all know that credit card debt isn't good. Most debts really aren't good to be piling up. Credit card debts is one of the worst ones to have because a lot of credit cards have interest rates of 14 to 20%. However, it's not the end of the world if you've been racking up credit card debt. There are a lot of things in life that just come into play and might have caused this. What's up, you guys? I'm Jacob Fisher, and today we're going to talk about how to eliminate credit card debt as quickly and efficiently as possible. If you don't have credit card debt, then we're still going to dive into ways you could be saving a couple $100s a month, so stick around. Make sure to give that like button a little tap if you like saving money every month. First things first, you really need to figure out why you are in credit card debt. Is it because you spent too much money on a purchase and now you can't pay it off because of a series of unfortunate events? Or is it because your spending might be a bit out of control and you don't know how to reel it in? These two things require different approaches. If it's the first one, then the best bet is either to get the item returned or have it refinanced in a different way. If it's the other one, then there are a number of ways you could get out of credit card debt or save up a couple $100s each month. If you have multiple cards with balances on them, you should see which one has the highest interest rate and then pay that one down first. This will prevent you from paying a ton of interest over a period of time and hopefully save you money in the long run because you're not paying super high interest. It might be good to consider a 0% intro APR card for a few months while you try to get this sorted out. This is so you can transfer your balance and avoid paying a high amount of interest over a period of time. If you can pay off a huge chunk or all of your balance in 15 months, then this would be a perfect thing to consider. Again, it helps you avoid monthly interest charges that you would be getting on a 15 to 20% APR card. The Chase Freedom currently has an intro APR of 0% for 15 months. Now, they used to have the Slate card, but I don't really know what they did to that. It's kind of just disappeared from all their websites. I guess I just haven't read up recently. If all your interests are the same, then I'd say let's dive into the snowball method of paying down your debt, which I think is the best way to do it. Let's say you have 3 credit cards, each with a minimum payment and different balances. You should be making at least the minimum payments on all of them and not adding to the cards each month. Pretty much put these cards away and don't use them. You paying the minimum payment every month is going to avoid you paying a late fee and avoid your credit score getting tanked by not paying a balance. The way the snowball method kind of works is that it's a little psychological boost every single time you pay off a card. You start with the smallest and then pay the largest. So if you pay off the smallest debt, you're like, wow, I just paid that off. Let's move on to the next one. Let's say you have debts of $500, $1,000, and $2,000 in credit card debt. Each of them has a minimum payment of $20, $50, and maybe $85. You should be paying the minimum to each card every month. And then let's say you have an extra $400 that you get by doing the things later on in this video. Well, now you can use that $400 plus the $20 for that first card. Then in less than 2 months, that card would be paid off. Now you can take that $420 because of 400 plus the minimum balance and go to the next one and then add 420 plus 50, so $470 for that last card. You'll have $470 a month, and over a few months, that $1,000 balance will be gone. Then you can move over to the big card and start to pay that one down. Now, it should be down a little bit because you've been paying that minimum payment. However, it's still going to be a decent balance that you can have to pay off, which is why you now have $470 a month you could be putting towards it. At this rate, you'll be debt-free by the end of the year, which is perfect. Again, while you're doing this, don't keep using the cards, as it would just rack up the debts even higher, and then it would be kind of annoying and really hard to pay off at once. Now the thing is, how do you pay off credit card debt if you don't have money lying around you can put towards it? This is where sites like Mint or personalcapital.com come into play. They're budget trackers and they analyze your spending and your income each month. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but you need to know your monthly spending to be able to tackle where you might be overspending. Without a budget, you just have no idea where your money's going, how much money you're making, or really what's going on. Maybe through this you'll discover that you're spending more on Amazon than you thought, and you could really cut that down a bit. Really, you gotta look into your specific categories for this. Do you go out a lot? Do you go out to restaurants? Maybe not right now, but if you go out a lot to restaurants, then maybe try to cut it down. If you spend $400 a month, cut it down to $100 and see if you can use that extra $300 to buy some groceries to learn how to cook better. Now, you're not going to be able to spend all the extra $300 on groceries unless you buy very expensive things, so you can use that, at least some of it, to pay down your debts. These websites also help you to discover how much income you might have coming in versus what's going out in spending. let's say there's a $200 difference, and now you have an extra $200 that you kind of just didn't realize you had, but with these website trackers, you're able to do that now. This next option might be a little bold. If you want to apply for another credit card that has a decent welcome bonus, like both the Chase Freedom and Freedom Unlimited right now, they're offering you $200 after $500 in spend over 3 months. Getting that little extra welcome bonus might actually benefit you in the long run because you get this bonus of $200 cash back that you can toss towards some of your debts. Just make sure you don't overspend on this card and then can't pay it off again and it becomes another balance. This is all about managing your finances so you don't spend more than you make, something that's very important to do because you never want to be in something like credit card debt. Finding ways to reduce your spending by like $50 a week is just such a good thing to do in general. I mean, if you realize, oh, I don't need to go out to eat that much, I can save $50 or so on eating out. That would be great. If you can figure out ways to do that, your debt's going to go down even quicker because not only you're not spending that, but you can use that money towards paying it off. It might help to break down your spending into needs and wants and cut out a lot of the wants, at least for a couple months until your debt is gone, and then try to gradually introduce them again until you get a good habit in mind. While you're saving, maybe check out ways to make passive income. Obviously, increasing your income is an easy way to pay down your debts quicker because you have more money coming in. Taking a side job to sell your photos on the weekend or sell your services on Fiverr might be a great way just to increase your income overall. Then you'll be able to pay down the debt quicker and toss some more money towards savings. Really, to sum it up, what do we have? Number one is determine why you're in debt in the first place. It's not a bad thing to be in debt. You just need to know how to pay it off and pay it off quickly and efficiently. Then get your budget together so you can see where your spending habits are. Continue into your needs and wants and see which categories you can cut and just eliminate for a bit. Finally, repay your debts using the snowball method. I think it's the best way to go about it. Really just whittle that debt down until you're debt free. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to tell me your personal debt repayment story, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this as well. Or if you're going to save a few bucks for retirement, then let me know that down below. I'd like to know that too. Until next time.